A man who pled guilty to first-degree murder was sentenced today in Commonwealth Superior Court. As the anniversary has now come and gone for one of the most tragic days the CNMI has ever seen, we reflect back on lessons learned and changes that have been put in store for a safer Commonwealth. Since it's Friday, we've decided to dedicate it Fun Fiji Friday. On our final Fiji segment, we show you how zip lining is fast becoming one of the world's top tourist attractions. The victim was well known by the locals here in this tiny village. Many of them frequented his store. Today, bars cover the windows and doors of the very place that he was murdered. During Igasomar's sentencing, the judge found it fit to give the discretion to the adult correctional facility to determine where he'll carry out his incarceration. Police say the vehicle was traveling northbound on Beach Road when it lost control by the curve near the mobile service station. It then crossed over the northbound lanes and hit the concrete sign behind me, knocking it over at the entrance of Susupi Beach Park. This year, the CNMI had only 5 nesting female turtles, and each year that number goes down as they continue to be hunted. Still, experts say this is one of the last frontiers for sea turtles to be safe, thanks to efforts like the Coral Reef Initiative. Once the alarm sounds, the airport rescue firefighters have literally 1 minute to get dressed in their entire outfit, like the one that I'm wearing right now. Authorities are not letting us in on exactly what they're finding, but right behind me, police officers are doing a sweep of the area, trying to find more remains and hopefully put together more pieces of this puzzle. A couple of the basic rules of shooting are to always treat your weapon as though it's loaded at all times and always keep a straight trigger finger until you're ready to shoot. A normally quiet neighborhood today full of cars as family members congregate at this Azteo home with one prayer in mind: the safe return of 2 young sisters, 10-year-old Paloma and 9-year-old Melania Kitagua Luke, who went missing yesterday morning. Albert Kitagua is the girl's grandfather. He and his wife Jane have been raising the sisters for the past 2.5 years.
They walked down from here at 6:08 in the morning, and at 6:15 there's a student that came there and said, well, the 2 are not there. So
this is the bus stop in Santa Lourdes the 2 sisters would walk to every day, but yesterday morning they didn't even make it this far. It was here at Cagman Elementary School where the girls were thought to have been all day yesterday, but it wasn't until late in the afternoon when the family found out they'd never gotten on the school bus, never arrived at school.
And we're wondering, why the school didn't call us, because they're bus riders.
But Cagman Elementary School Principal Ignacia T. Demapan says it's not a school policy for teachers to call parents or guardians if students simply don't show up.
It's a rule, 3 days in a row. 3 days in a row, then our classroom teacher will pick up the phone.
But in the case of a missing child, even 1 day can be too late.
Hope that, they're okay and, bring them back to us. And if you see that picture, please inform the 911. We pray for that too, to please bring them home.
Where there's smoke, there's fire, and it's becoming a common sight these days. The flames are shooting out of the 2nd-story structure behind me here in Chalankanoa off of Texas Road, and area residents say the flames started about 30 minutes ago and the fire department just showed up. This woman lives in the burning structure but is told to move back by the fire department after she arrives home to find her residence and tailoring business is now an inferno. She says she's worried her husband may still be inside.
Anybody else there, sir?
My husband is
Husband? Your husband name?
Lengkong.
Lengkong? 129.
Is her house your house?
Yes, my husband inside.
Your husband inside?
Yeah.
What's your husband's name?
Huh?
Husband's name?
Lengkong.
What's your name?
Huh? My name so.
While firefighters gather information to search the blaze for Lem Kung, the elderly man shows up on the scene. Family members are relieved.
Nobody home. Only house, no more.
I left for 1 hour. I go buy something. I just come. Only him inside house.
Fire Lieutenant Kevin Aldon gives some insight into the damage.
The top is completely burned. The bottom's got some heat damage. That's about it.
Okay. It's too early to tell the origin of the fire?
It's too early, yes.
Mount Tapachao, the highest point on Saipan, towers more than 1,500 feet above the sea. The road to the top can be treacherous and challenging without four-wheel drive. But who needs roads? This 2-hour extreme off-road tour takes you where no other vehicle would dare go. All you need is a driver's license and a lot of nerve to take on this mucky trail. This off-roading adventure zigs and zags over Mount Tapachao. Just hang on because it's a bumpy ride. A bumpy ride until the engine fails. But these trucks come equipped with built-in mechanics. Jay Kim manages the company, which is owned by his brother. He says they grew up off-roading before venturing into business.
My hobby was off-roading, and I had the idea to make some more money with that off-road. So it's kind of safe. So we never had any big accident before. So
That's good. Let's hope today's not the first. Do you go rain or shine?
yeah, even typhoon days we were doing. It's more exciting if it's heavy rain.
More exciting in a typhoon.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. No typhoon in the forecast today, but it's the tail end of rainy season, and that brings about a different sort of challenge.
There you go.
Finally, we're rewarded at the top with a breathtaking 360-degree sight. Not only are these off-roading adventures complete with beautiful vista views, but they come complete with a lot of mud too. Just make sure you don't do what I did and wear your nice clothes. I sure hope that comes out in the wash. But regardless of the mud, the muck, the bumps, and the thumps, this adventure was one of my personal favorites on Saipan. Reporting for Visitors Channel and KSPN2 News, I'm Jeannette Rocher.